Really been a long 19 days. This was our seventh game in 19 days. Would love to be sitting here 7-0, but thankful to be 6-1. Credit to Wofford. I thought they really executed. They put you in some tough spots offensively. The freshman point guard's terrific. Mack on the perimeter at the 5 spots, a difficult matchup, and then they shoot it so well from 3. But with all that said, on a day where I don't think we played near our best, down 5 with 4:25 to play, we used a timeout, and I thought our defense down the stretch was terrific, and we were able to make enough plays to get the win. So proud of our players for finding a way to win. I thought our bench was huge for us. They brought great energy. I was excited to see Trey Hannibal play so well. I thought Cam, Derek, and Kendall were fantastic. And then obviously KJ and Adam did the things that they've been doing all season long.
Two things. First, Adam said they were kind of gassed. You talked a little bit about it, 7 games in 19 days. Did you notice that they were tired? And also, Trey scored 10 points in a row to kind of keep y'all afloat when things weren't going great.
Yeah, maybe I'm just old school on that stuff. I just think, man, we only get to play 31 games a year, and you got to be locked in and ready to go and play with great energy every time. You can be tired in April and May, and so we got to learn from it and play with more energy early. But again, really thankful to get the win. I thought Trey gave us a huge lift on the defensive end. We finally were able to get some stops. There's a point there in the second half, Sheldon, where they're shooting 67%. So it had just become a half-court game. Well, we finally got some stops, enabled us to get out in transition. And Trey's one of the guys we have who will play fast in the open floor. And he was able to get to the rim and finish plays. I thought he also did a really good job of moving without the ball. Had a couple backdoor cuts where we were able to feed him for some layups.
What does that say about your team that you guys were able to kind of pull out a win, even though y'all were tired, and just maybe the growth of this team thus far?
Well, I think with our team at the end of this 7-game, 19-day stretch, I think we've gotten a lot better from game 1 and game 2. I thought we were below average our first 2 games. I thought we made a lot of progress over the next 4. We did regress in some areas today, though. Our transition defense was pathetic, and our communication overall in the defensive end wasn't where it needed to be until the last 4.5 minutes of the game. But I would much rather learn these lessons and teach on film after a win. And so with all that said, I am proud of our players for coming together in that last time out and doing what needed to get done on the defensive end of the floor to get enough stops to win the game. That's a very good team. I told our players in the 2-day prep leading up to the game. In the last 5 seasons, they've beaten North Carolina twice, Georgia, Georgia Tech, South Carolina, Seton Hall. For those who don't know Wofford, that's a program that's been beating Power 5 schools for many years.
What kind of conversations were going on at the end? Adam said players, after he missed the 2 free throws, they told him to keep shooting. Then he hits the big one from the deep corner. What does that say about him?
Well, Sheldon, I think so much of this game is mental. It comes down to your mindset, your daily habits, how you prepare. And when you do those things, you do them the right way, you develop good habits that allow you to play with great consistency. And so I told Adam after he missed the 2 free throws, we got to move on. We need to find a way to win the game. That's all that matters at this point. We're going to be coming back to you. So we had the ball there with a minute to go. We ran him off multiple screens. And number one, they tried to shoot the gap and chase over the top. And I believe it was Kendall and KJ did a great job of lifting their screens. Ace made a great read to fade it to the corner. And then Cam with a great delivery on the over-the-top pass. And Ace stepped up and hit a huge 3 for us. And, we're thankful for the friendly rims here in Baton Rouge.
Kind of going off of that, it just almost felt like the second half was a completely different game than the first. Was there something said at halftime? I mean, even the crowd, it just felt like a completely different game in the second.
Well, it's the responsibility of our team to generate the excitement out there on the floor and get everybody involved. in the arena. And I thought the last 4.5 minutes we were able to do that. I thought the crowd gave us a huge lift. It was a great atmosphere in there down the stretch. I think we held them to 0 threes the last 5 minutes after they hit that transition three. We made it really difficult on them to score. Cam Hayes got a huge steal for us there in a 4-point game, made a huge defensive play. And all in all, we were just able, thankfully, to make enough plays to win.
You had, I think, 8 ties and 19 lead changes. It's almost like a NCAA tournament game. I mean, on November 27th.
I think so. I used to work with an assistant coach who actually played at Wofford, and he always said, I hate when the other team tries to win. And I think that's what Wofford was doing. They played extremely well. They were locked into their game plan, and they were trying to do whatever they had to do to win the game. And, we went up by 7 on 2 different occasions in the game, and they hit us with an 8-0 run right away, both times. Then we went up 5. We missed an open 3 to go up 8, and they hit us with another run to take the lead again. But credit to our players, just kept playing and found a way, down the stretch. I know I've stressed it here, but those last 4.5 minutes, when we'll study the film, you'll see the attention to detail on the defensive end. You'll see the energy and effort on the defensive end will look completely different than what it looked like the first 35 minutes of the game. And so we've got to find a way to sustain that and be more consistent over a 40-minute stretch. All right. Thanks so much.